me. And I am Vox. Sweet. All right. I am up on my end.
Okay, I hosted you.
Neat. So let's go ahead and get the flight plan up here. Clear that out. Go ahead. Plan, and we are going to Kilo India Yankee Kilo. Is our starting point? I can alphabet. And the departure should be LHS2. Let's see if it's in here.
Unfortunately, I don't think X-Plane has those instrument departures like as
Yeah.
that you can select.
We may just have to manually hit the waypoints, which will take a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, it does not. That's a little annoying. Okay. So we pull it up. Let's just manually hit the waypoints for it. It goes to Jag. Good news is all the fixes are in here.
That's good.
AGE. Yeah, it doesn't. You can kind of manually program them, I've noticed.
Say again one more time.
You can manually program them. It's just tedious.
Yep, for a departure it should be okay.
See, there it is.
For approaches though, generally you're not supposed to because I guess when you put in an approach using the menu, it actually it does like a protection level monitoring.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's like the one thing that they haven't modeled for some reason, the GPS.
Ah, I see. Yeah, yeah, like the different modes, like LNAV mode, and then or
Yeah,
sorry, en route, and then
first, I think it's a limitation because they wanted to keep that for. They didn't want that in the non-commercial version because apparently, if you can get your hands on an actual Garmin that's able to do that stuff, you can just plug it into the sim and then it'll work.
yeah, that's right.
But the built-in one in the sim doesn't have that functionality for whatever silly reason. Movia is next.
Now that's one thing I miss about FSX, like the Reality XP plugin. They just take the Garmin simulator and just jam it right into the sim.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. This is so tedious. I wish I could just type this stuff in. I mean, I know it's not the same as using the knob, but give me a little bit of quality of life here. Doing this with a scroll wheel is not. Oh, that's not in there. That's interesting. Oh, dyslexia for the lose. It's IA.
Oh yeah, I think that's killed a couple
There we
people in the
go.
past.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I didn't see it pop up with a position either, so
That's good.
I'm like, why is it not in there? We double check. Well, I know I'll switch things like that, so anytime I see something that doesn't look right, I'm like, did I put that in? And then
Oh yeah, I think everyone does.
LHS. If you know you make that mistake, then you can look for it. H. Not what I wanted. It is so fiddly. Oops, there we go. Accuse. All right, that much is just the departure. Okay. At least that's in.
Yep. Welcome to IFR.
Yeah, I can see why this is interesting on small aircraft. It's putting all these there. Probably almost be easier to do this board-to-board GPS minus the departure.
um, Actually, with some flight planning services, you can, I guess you can create a flight plan, and then they'll give you like a Garmin file that you can export
Oh,
to a
that's
SD card.
cool. And just pop the SD card in and it's there. That's useful.
Yep.
Palmdale PMD. What would be interesting too is to do this. We ought to do a swap. Now we get the stuff working both ways. Is swap it around at a later point and have you fly, and then I can tune the radios and try to keep just do the vor to vor while the GPS is doing its thing, and use that to double check the GPS would be interesting. While I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
worried about handling the aircraft at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. That's just like a lot of coordination there.
Yeah.
Best to do one at a time while you're still learning.
Well, that's why doing this with two people makes it easier because you can sit there and at least look at it and look at the charts and stuff. And yeah, we want the USA Southwest VOR, not the DME in Germany, thanks.
I think we quite have enough fuel for that.
Yeah, you think. You're like, really sure you want to go to that? Okay. And then the next should be apples. I wonder, does it have B386? I'm going to try putting that in first. I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, even the real Garmin 530, it can't do airways.
Oh, it can't do airways. Good to know. I did not know that was a limitation of the actual unit. Didn't know it could do airways. What is spelling this? APLES.
I fly G1000 often. I'm not sure if that can do airways either.
I think that can. I'd be surprised if it couldn't.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I have to look at the manual and see what they say.
Thing does everything. Sogi, Soggi. See, now what I would like to figure out how to do here is like we were talking about the altitude here from starting at, let's say, Palmdale, and then getting up to 11,000 by the time we hit Apples, for example. In theory, I should be able to go in when we get all this probed in and go to the Apples waypoint and say, I want to be at 11,000 by this waypoint. And it should be able to do that with the autopilot, but I've not been able to get that to work. So I don't know
Like
what
the vertical, the planning.
the vertical planning. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'd have to mess with that.
And I've yet to find anyone in the X-Plane community that seems to understand how that works as well. So it's kind of one of those things. I think no one uses it, so no one knows how it works.
Yeah, I think even real world, yeah, it's not that helpful because air traffic control just tells you what to do anyway.
Yeah. Go past it because I can't alphabet again. Yes, I did, because there it is. Alright. And then Bridget, we are get. And we're going to fill this thing up. And then we're probably just going to have to work the departure the old-fashioned way. Or the arrival, rather.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but the GPS isn't synced through Smart Copilot.
It is
So I won't
not
be able to.
synced. Okay.
But I can see you on your stream. But there's
Okay.
about a 10-second delay, I think.
I thought the GPSs were synced.
It isn't for this airplane, at least.
Interesting. Okay. Uh-oh. That's a fun thing. Well, it's going to get us as far as Stogie, and then we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, it looks like. So,
We could also try using Okako.
You want to use Okaka instead? Alright.
It's a little bit out of the way, but since it's an RNAV procedure, we should probably.
Yeah. I just want to have the flight plan matching. Yeah, I fly a little bit farther, but it's at least there. Okay. Let's try that.
I think that feeder route is new. That's probably why you don't have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not on the Sky Vector chart either. It may be brand new. Can you spell Okako for me here?
Yep. It's Oscar, Kilo, Alpha, Charlie, Oscar.
Copy. So Kilo Alpha. Oscar Charlie?
Yep.
I didn't like that it didn't come up with it right away. That's a problem if I type that right. Oh, I transposed the O and the A again. The O and the C, rather. There we go. Hey, that worked. And
Sounds good.
these what arrival do we decide on here again?
The approach will be the RNAV runway 26.
26. Aha, I've got it right here. Okay. So what I want to do is I've got a handy dandy plug-in. Save this guy. My explain folder. Here's my e-bag.
So normally you want to put the destination airport as the final fix in your flight plan.
Okay. So you still want to put that in then?
Yep, because
Gotcha.
actually later on when, not necessarily for this airport, but for other airports, when they assign an approach to you or you want to ask for one, you can just hit the proc button and then
right.
list
You know what?
everything.
That might be in there actually. Then. I'll check that here in a second. I bet it's there. Is that the right? L35.
Yeah, I think X-Plane, the way it handles airports is kind of weird. You still have to put a kilo in front of it.
Oh, right. Some you don't, some you do.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
Like, um, Bay Bridge Airport, W28 or something like that, you don't. Which is.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, it's asking for an intersection here. Let's put it in. Okay. It just about takes up one page. That works. Alright. Let's check. Fuel. I have no idea what the fuel burn on this thing is. So we're going to be probably a little happy because I have no idea.
Yeah, it's good. It shows 3.5 hours. I think we only need one.
Okay. So we'll put 2.5 just because God knows what.
Yeah, sounds good. Usually the rule for day IFR flight is you need to have enough to fly it plus 45 minutes and then plus, extra crap. Like you have to go to an alternator or whatever.
All right. Fun. Good times. Let me see how the stream's gone. I'm just not seeing anything on my chat here. A couple people watching.
I think it's just us.
Oh, sorry. Can you type? Yeah, if you can type something in the chat, I just want to make sure my plugin's picking it up. Perfect. Alright, so fun times. And that will hold everything, so off you go. And start in 2. Do this to make it. Back here. Okay. Yep, there's one up. You got one spinning.
They're both shut down for me.
Both are shut down. You don't have engine 2 running.
It was, but then it stopped.
Interesting. Alright, let's try that again. Alright.
Yeah, just maybe hold it for like a second or
Okay.
two more after it starts. I've had sync issues like that in the past.
Okay. Let me know when you have an engine running.
Yeah, it's not starting.
Is it spinning at least, or not at all?
It was spinning. Yeah, like with the starter.
All right, let's try now. How about now?
Yeah, it's running now.
Okay, I just gotta hold it a little longer. All right.
Yeah, just a couple seconds.
And 1.
Yeah, that was engine number 2 is running, the right engine.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
And then I have engine number 1.
All right.
User joined your channel.
Good evening, Sketch.
Nah.
Hey.
You gonna watch us fly planes?
Oh, they're closing the stores.
Really?
Oh, your next plane.
Yeah. Like really an X-plane.
Hmm.
Streaming X-plane.
Oh. Oh, I
Exciting.
shouldn't have said that they're closing the store.
Ugh.
That's on the DL.
Okay. So navs.
6 months.
Really?
Yep.
That sucks.
Lease is up in 6 months.
Okay.
Nah, not really actually, because I just have to move to the uptown location. They're gonna be putting, because those guys are all idiots and they want to get rid of them.
Real quick, Disgrace, double check my switches.
Yeah, I'm showing that the avionics master is still off.
Copy. And we should have avionics back on.
Sounds good.
Alright. Everything looks good.
I don't want to stick with your stream
It's all
and
good.
flight session, so I will
Yeah, he's
hang out in the other one.
teaching me to fly IFR here, so.
Oh, okay,
times.
so I'll go to the other one. I'll give you.
It's cool. Feel free to watch. Just leave that on there.
I'll just distract you through type only then.
It's all good.
Wait for
Once
call.
we're in the air, it won't be bad. It's just right now, it's the workload's a
no.
little heavy.
I got you. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, fuel boost on.
User left your channel.
He's a great guy. He's just not into aviation nearly as much. Okay, that
Sure,
looks
of course.
good.
Most people aren't.
Get that over to GPS. Just making sure we have everything set up here and ready to go before we even get rolling. If I'm doing anything out of order, please tell me.
I will. Everything looks good so far.
Not anticipating a whole lot of icing. make this a little interesting at least. We'll start out in the evening. Going for some little night skiing in Big Bear, right?
That's right.
Sounds good to me. I used to ski all the time. I really do miss it. Alright, that looks good. That looks good. Prop syncs on. Avionics on.
Normally prop sync is turned on in cruise.
In cruise, okay. I was wondering what the procedure on that was. Thank you.
No problem.
Yaw damper. You are good.
Yeah, we can actually turn the anti-icing systems off. I don't anticipate much. Like normally it has to be freezing and there has to be
Okay.
visible moisture.
Gotcha. So which way do you want to take off out of here again?
So the Lake Hughes 2 obstacle departure procedure actually
Okay.
calls for departing runway 20.
20. Let me see which way that is. I don't know this airport. I think it's this guy over here. Indeed it is. So we're just gonna hang a right and then a left all the way down the end there. Or, well, actually, we'd go midfield. Think we can get out midfield? Just go right. Nah.
Yeah, you could do a intersection takeoff if you want, if that's
Yeah,
convenient.
we'll just go right and we'll take the intersection there. We got plenty of runway there.
I don't think we're running exactly the same scenery, so I'll leave it to you.
All right, no problem. I'm gonna mouse the head look here while we're on the ground. Instead of going all the way down to the right here, we're gonna just go straight and take the second half of the runway.
Okay.
Since we're not doing anything particularly big and this thing gets off the ground pretty quick. That's not what I want. Go away. Hold on. There we go. Get as much of the runway though here as I can. Yeah, once I get this stuff down, get some cash, I'll have to get a piloted subscription, or at least see if I can get BatSim or something set up and start learning the radio a little bit more. Oh, we got tons of runway. Alright.
Whenever you're ready. So we'll fly straight out and get to the J
Yeah.
gate.
And positive rate. Get this. What I would really like, I wonder if I can get the flight director off the GPS.
Yeah, you can.
How would I go about doing that in this aircraft?
If you look on the bottom left button, there's like a CDI button on the GPS.
Aha.
Yeah, does it show? Yeah, you just click it until you see GPS.
Gotcha.
And flaps up whenever you're ready.
Alright. Ooh, need some more trim.
So So as you're climbing out, you can pull the RPM back to 2,500.
All right. I recently mapped that to one of my knobs on my throttle. That's convenient.
Yeah, definitely. So you may also want to set your CDI or like your ODS, like the HSI, to the course that the GPS is asking for.
That's what I was just looking for. Let me get back to navigation page. There we go.
So I think it wants a desired track of 197.
197. Alright, I'm gonna go heads down here.
Yeah, I don't know if our HSI is synced or not. But at least I set mine to 197. So do you see how like the course deviation indicator is a little bit to the right? Try making like a 10 or 15 degree cut in that direction.
Gotcha.
And then let the needle come back in.
So like 2-0?
Yeah, or 2-1, anything like that.
2-1. I am going to not look out the windshield a bit.
Okay.
What altitude do we need to be getting to here?
So you wanted to climb to 9,000?
Alright. Let's give it a little more gas then, a little more trim. 10 degrees should be good.
And then you may want to lean out the mixture a little bit as well.
Copy that. Now, the only other plane I messed with the mixture on is the Bonanza. So, where's our EGT?
EGT should be one. Yeah, it's the second one, the second dials from the bottom on the right-hand side.
Ah, I see it now. Thank you.
You may want to make a little bit bigger cut.
Yeah, I need a little right trim.
Yeah, like the left turning tendency is pretty substantial, I think, for this airplane. Yeah, try turning to like a heading of 220. That might help.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, just wait a bit, and if you don't see it coming in,
Copy.
then you can turn a little bit more.
Decent climb here.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the prop sync, is now a good time to turn that on, or when would that be turned on after climb out?
1 second, I have to increase the team speed volume because the plane's too loud.
Oh, no problem.
Say again?
Now, when's a good time to turn the prop sync on?
Probably now is okay.
Okay. Keep that
And you
on.
can probably turn the fuel boost pump off.
Copy.
Yeah, like the prop sync, I think it's mostly for passenger comfort because you know if they're
Yeah.
like you know about the prop beating and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't actually need it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to hand fly as much of this as I can.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we're slowly coming in on it now.
Yep, sounds good.
I'm actually going to go a little bit more here. I want to be 230. I got it it's absolutely trimmed now. I'm not even touching the stick now.
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
It is super calm.
Yeah, if you can't trim your aircraft in instrument conditions, then you're finished. So yeah, that's the most important skill, I think.
Like I said, my experience flying RC may give me some weird advantage over people on the sim in that regard, is that I can, I just little touches of trim.
Yeah, definitely.
And just pulling through 8,000.
Yep. So the course is coming back in. You can turn back to 197.
Copy.
Like normally as you get closer, maybe you don't want to take as big a cut, so maybe come back halfway.
Yeah, I've got a 2-1 here.
Yeah, very good. I'm very impressed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even have to say anything.
I'll take that. A little more gas though. Airspeed's getting a little low. This is where this Baron starts hurting apparently. Now, here's the other fun part about doing this from watching other people. Let's say things start going south. Where would we start looking to put down here?
So that would depend on the conditions. You may want to turn a little bit more to the left. Yeah, we're starting to cut through the
Copy.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still within a very fair tolerance, but we want to keep it as centered as we can.
Copy that. I'm not seeing the needle come over for whatever reason, but
You may want to also check your altitude.
yep, going a little high. I'm gonna just back off and get some airspeed,
Sounds good to me.
and then I'll trim for cruise here. Ooh, there is a crosswind. So, like right now, if we lost an engine, we'd want to go over to the left there in that valley.
Well, if we lost an engine, I mean, first we would probably secure the airplane.
Right.
So, attempt to shut down, verify and shut down the dead engine. Or I guess the term they use is secure. And if we were IFR in instrument conditions, I would probably ask air traffic control.
Okay.
If we're VFR, then yeah, we can probably just ask them for the nearest airport and then fly direct.
All right. Whoa, weather load.
Yeah.
It's off again here. Underpowered. Baron is underpowered. Now this is my biggest problem, is hand flying and maintaining an altitude while hand flying. I can trim a climb good. I can trim descents great.
Yeah, I found in the sim it's kind of hard to trim like exactly dead onto an altitude, so you'll have to do a little bit of hand correction.
All right.
You can always get it very, very close, but then there's still that tiny amount of slack that, because the trim is discrete.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Sometimes I can get it. Other times it just wants to fight me.
then probably just hand correct the rest of it. That's part of the reason why I don't fly too much on the sim, because it's tiring. It's like a constant fight with the pitch.
There we go. Ah! Oh, no you don't. No, I don't think so.
Very interesting. I think your GPS is actually not set correctly. That's why your CDI is acting funny.
Oh?
It's programmed right, but then the active leg is actually not quite right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's just the X-plane, the way X-plane models the GNS is kind of funny.
No
but
problem.
You can fix it if you just hit the flight plan button.
Yeah, I see it now.
And then move your cursor over to Movia.
Not what I wanted. There we go.
Yep, if you hit menu and click activate leg, then that should fix it.
Okay, I just went direct to Movia, so.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. It's not ideal, but I think.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to do it quickly. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. We're good.
We're on the course. I just need to turn a little.
Yeah, sorry, I guess that explains why your CDI wasn't moving earlier.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. Thanks for catching that.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. It's a little rough. Yeah, there's a crosswind. Oh, getting high. Although we do want to eventually get up to 11, so 10's not going to kill us here.
Yeah, if you wanna just maintain this for now, that should be okay. It's not like we're gonna hit anybody.
Well, I've just about got trimmed though right now, so yeah, we're dead. We're not climbing at all. Okay, I am not going to touch the throttle or the trim now.
Okay. It may be good to readjust the mixture this time too, and
Okay.
then at an altitude like this, it is normal to have the throttle just firewalled. So
Really?
yeah, like a high performance cruise in this plane is 25 inches RPM. 25 inches manifold pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, because looking at the airspeed indicator, we're actually kind of slow.
Okay. I'm coming up on 40 knots.
Yep, it's very typical for this airplane to cruise at like 180 indicated or more
Okay.
at this altitude. So
Well, is it this airplane or this particular airplane? Because
Well, this airplane.
I've heard Heli Pilot and Keith on Pilot Edge complain that this thing is woefully underpowered for a Baron.
oh yeah, then I don't know.
Compared to the Carenado Baron, the Carenado Baron cruises like 40 knots faster than this thing, so we're probably about right.
I see. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we still probably want to push the throttle in and get as much as we
All
can.
right, I just did.
Sounds good. And then we may want to take a look at the altitude.
Yeah. Just getting on that actually.
No problem.
Good news is you don't have to teach me to make small movements.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you already know all the basics. So
Well, I mean, like I said, models, big movements on models are recipe for disaster. Unless you intend to try to break it or do something crazy. But if you're just kind of flying around, you want to just kind of go with it. Yeah, juggling the radios and the other stuff while trying to stay ahead of the plane is definitely an interesting challenge.
Oh yeah, that's like the initial hump for instrument training. I think being able to coordinate all that stuff.
It's a shame the real plane, the trim isn't just on a hat switch. I'd like electric aileron trim, please.
So we're climbing up to 11?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
just in a real slow climb. Was it maybe
Yeah, no
100 feet a minute here?
Economy climb.
Well, we got a whole leg here, so in a hurry, and it's easier to trim that than try to trim level anyway, so I figure we'll just fly a nice big arc. Pretend we're sled drivers. The SR-71, they just fly one big ballistic arc. They never really level. They fly up to the top of their descent and then back down. And I'll just stay on this heading and let us catch the course.
Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, when you're close, you just want to make a really tiny cut. And if it's not enough, you can do a little bit more. What a lot of new instrument pilots tend to do is they just tend to keep turning until they reach the
Okay.
center course. But then, if you keep that turn up, then you're going to blow right through it. So
Well,
just-
seeing you describe that yesterday made a big difference in that too, so after watching, yeah, see, we're almost right on here.
Yep, so you can make a very tiny turn back. Yeah, that's what you're doing now.
And I am going to cheat while we're in cruise a little here because my rudder control sucks on this joystick.
That's no problem. And just take a look at your altitude.
And I'm just turning rudder coordination on.
Sure.
Make the turns a little nicer. A little bit of a descent.
Yeah, even real world, it's pretty normal to have like small 100-foot deviations. So you just, at least what I do is I use the yoke or stick and just make the correction just by pitching.
I'm correcting mostly with trim, actually. I'm only really even using the, I use the stick to kind of find where I want to put it, and then I kind of trim till I can let go of the pressure.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's just how I do it on the models. Actually, what we'll do there is we'll actually have a second, because the trim is, that's gonna lag a little. And a little bit windy. Up high, but usually when we trim a model that's never been flown before, I'll have someone standing next to me as I'm flying, and I'll hold it level, and then I'll have them trim, and I'll slowly let off stick pressure until it gets to the point where it's where I want it without me touching the stick. It's a weird way to trim an airplane, but it works.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much using the same thing just by myself. I hold stick pressure to where I want it, and then I just try to trim it to where I don't need to hold the stick.
Whatever works. Yeah, so I guess now we hit the Movia intersection and we're going to Lake Hughes.
Yes.
Yep, so you might also notice that the desired track changes to 203. So you
Okay.
may want to move the OBS a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it doesn't affect the GPS operation, but I guess in terms of spatial orientation.
Just turn it 2-1 to catch it again.
Sounds good.
We need to climb a little bit. Yeah, we're doing about 150. That's not bad.
Yeah, I guess for this plane, apparently.
Yeah. I'll have to play around see if I can get the Carinata one working. Picked up a viewer.
Oh yeah, AZ pilot.
Ah, cool. Hello. Close enough. I'm within 10 feet, I'll take it. Excuse me.
Yeah, 10 feet is nothing.
And we are right on course. I'm gonna swing back. Overshot that a little.
That's all right.
There we go. Oops, scenery load.
Do you know how the CDI scaling works?
Not really.
Yeah, so if you look on the bottom left hand of the GPS screen, it shows
Okay.
ENR. en route.
Yeah.
I think for the X-plane GPS, the en route mode means that a full-scale deflection, left or right, is 2 nautical miles.
Okay. Yeah,
If it shows,
we're right on it according to this right now. So.
yep. If it shows terminal mode, at least for the real Garmin, that's within 30 miles of the airport.
Gotcha.
Then it comes down to 1 nautical mile full-scale deflection.
Okay.
And if you're on like an LNAV approach, then it scales down to 0.3.
I swear I've read that somewhere. I might have heard that watching one of the. I think that's what the actual Garmin does. I was watching one of the tutorials on using the real one on YouTube somewhere, so that sounds familiar.
So that's part of the reason why when you begin an approach, it has to be loaded in through the procedures menu,
Okay.
so that it knows that it needs to use approach scaling.
Gotcha. You're right on. Little high.
So you see that we kind of have like a sharp turn in Lake Hughes.
Yeah.
You can lead that turn a little bit. You know, like
Okay.
a mile and a half, you can start turning.
Gotcha.
And especially en route, you rarely have to fly directly over a waypoint. They're flyby points,
Okay.
unless the procedure says otherwise.
Right. Yeah, I'm into my photo. I think I'm getting into the photo textures. That's why I had that little bit of a pause there.
Yeah, no worries.
But we should be all right now. Yeah, I've got the HD mesh, so there's quite a nice bit of scenery in front of me here.
Yeah, I'm looking at your stream. It looks good.
I'm getting almost 60 frames a second, by the way, too.
That's really nice.
Yeah, we're flirting with 60 here. And that's while streaming. And this is pretty much cranked up. So the sim is running about as nice as it gets. We'll start that turn here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, this is why I put that rudder. There's a plugin called X Coordinate. Until I can get me some rudder pedals at some point in the future.
Yep. So you'll want to turn to like a heading of 083 approximately.
Copy.
And then you can also use your turn coordinator to make a standard rate turn. It's very common. Most turns, most substantial turns are done at a standard rate. But right now you're about half standard.
Okay. Well, I can do a standard here.
And just watch out for the altitude drop.
Copy. So. 083.
Yep.
Copy. Sun's right on the instruments now. Coming around 09. Bring that up big so I can see it. Then I'll get my HSI back situated once they're back on the course here. Got to overturn a little bit because I waited a little too much.
Yeah, no problem. A little off is okay.
Oh, come on, X-Plane. We're going to be nice with that. There we go. I lost some altitude there. We need to get higher.
Yep. There we go. There we go. Just chasing it a little there. Still with me? Yep, still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing fine. I figure I'll let you sort it out.
No problem. I was just making sure my connection didn't drop.
No worries.
I'm more worried about that. Stream quality and everything looks good?
Looks good to me.
Yeah, a little drop in frame rate here in the high 50s. Alright, where are we in this mess? There's apples. So this is pretty straight here. So I am going to cheat so I can start getting the radios ready for the other end. Now the thing I don't know on this airplane is where the hell is the altitude select?
Well, there's an alt button for the autopilot. I assume that just means altitude hold. So
Yeah.
probably you have to just get to your desired altitude, then push the button.
Okay. that on for get up to 11.
Yeah, autopilot is a very useful tool, especially for IFR.
Well, we got a long straight leg ahead here, so
Yep. Hopefully that works.
well, it's self-trimming now. Didn't see it light up though. And we want nav.
Sounds good to me. I've never used this autopilot before, so I'm hoping it does.
Yeah,
what we
it
intended.
did. It's bringing us back on course. We were a little off.
Sounds good.
All right, it's on. Okay, right at 11, and it's bringing us on course. So that's a thing.
Excellent.
All right, let's talk about what we need to have for the other end here as far as radios. I do not know Big Bear's frequencies, so let's find that.
All the information you need can be found on the approach plate.
Copy that. Weather load. Oh, I must have closed it instead of shooing it away. So instead of being able to bring it up nicely in, I have it open. It's just I was trying to bring it up in the sim.
Oh, gotcha. You have like a plugin or something. for that.
Yeah, I had eBag, but I closed the window instead of making it go away, and there's
Huh.
no plugin thing for it, so I can't easily bring it back up without reloading all the plugins. I don't want to do that. Okay. Alright, well, let's pretend. Let's get the weather. Let's see. Probably not in range for it though yet, but it's 135925. Someone's marker.
Yeah.
Five. So what's with the dropping of the last digit of frequencies on some radios?
Oh, like the third decimal point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they just don't bother to show it to you. I mean, I guess it's just they just keep it internally.
But it's I guess that there's certain, so it just you won't ever get other than certain third decimal place frequencies, I guess. That's
Yeah.
not an issue. Okay, I've always wondered that. I'm like, how the heck do you get like specific frequencies then? I guess they won't ever use two that are that close together, or they just don't use non-standard. There must be like a list of frequencies somewhere or something.
Yeah, like the spacing that they like the spacing standard they use is 25 kilohertz or something like that.
Okay.
Or 12.5 kilohertz. They won't ever. There won't be any lower grading.
Yeah, we're not close enough to pick up that yet.
In Europe, though, because of frequency congestion, now they're down to 8.33 kilohertz spacing.
Yeah. And the Unicom over there is 122752.
Looks like you've got yourself a couple of viewers.
That's cool. Well, don't be shy. Feel free to chat. give people a nice view here of the pretty scenery since this is running so well at the moment. Oh, weather load. Yeah, we're into the photo scenery. You can see the really nice mountains over there now. Looks like we're on the edge of the photo scenery because there's a terrible scene right there. A little patchworky over here, but I don't know what's up with that. But I'll have to go look at my stuff. Something's weird there. There's like bits missing. Didn't all load in. Wonder what happened there. Mountains loaded. That loaded. Huh, I wonder if that's a bug and... Well, beta X-Plane is beta. We'll be into good scenery here in a little bit.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you can see when something weird happened. Because that loaded, and that all loaded, but this little weird spot over here has got partial loaded stuff. I'll have to go check the scenery. It may just be the scenery's missing some weird pieces over here. I've not flown in this section much.
Oh yeah, I see like those patches.
Yeah, you can see where the edges are.
Or maybe it's like a lighting issue when they took the ortho photo.
No, because here's the ortho. As you're looking down, you can see the ortho, and then you can see where. Well, maybe that is ortho, and it is lighting. Maybe you're right. No, because that road just stops right there. Actually, maybe it is. Yeah, that's maybe just bad ortho here. Yeah, it's just this section's just bad.
Is this Google imagery?
I got this from Josh actually.
Ah, I see.
So it's that set. I may have to go poke around at this and reload in one of these airports over here somewhere and see what's going on. Usually it doesn't load. I've never seen it load weird like that. No, I think this is stock, and I think like this is the ortho. Yeah, about 10 miles here or so, we'll get into all good stuff. Huh, I wonder what happened.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Something glitchy. Again, this is the current beta, so maybe something weird in the way it loaded that. It glitched, it didn't load all of it.
One thing you might like to do, since we don't have air traffic control, is maybe get the ATIS from Victorville.
Victorville? Do you know? Do you have the ATIS frequency for that?
Yep, it's 135.47.
Alright.
3547.
Or 7?
Yep, 3547.
I knew that. Come on, where is it? Seriously, explain? There we go.
Southern California Logistics Information Charlie. 100.
That doesn't sound right.
Sky clear.
I'm not coming in.
Temperature 7.
Southern California
wind
Logistics?
-11.
Yep, that's right.
Wind
Okay.
calm. Altimeter 3009. Arriving at
Oh, so yeah, we're all good.
3503.
Sounds
Advise
good to
on
me.
initial contact you have Charlie.
Yeah, calm. It's rather nice despite the cool temperature.
Oh yeah, we're like -10 right now. That's pretty crazy.
It's 7 on the ground.
Yeah, I guess this is the high desert. We're at 11,000 feet.
Yeah, that looks better there. You can't see the gap. The mountains look really good now, at least. And then once we get out over there, that stuff all loaded well. So
Uh-huh. Once we hit apples, maybe that'll be a good time to brief the approach.
okay.
At least according to the GPS on my end, we have about 6.5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. There is. There's this clutter. That'll work. I can see what I need to see. Yeah, I found a couple pretty decent tutorials for learning the Garmin on YouTube based on the real one. Kind of knew what most things do.
Yeah, you seem actually extremely proficient in
I don't feel like it.
it. Yeah, I think the user interface could use some work, but I mean, I guess they fix it up in their future units. But
Doing about 189, 190 on the ground is not the worst thing ever.
yeah,
We were seeing, what, 150 indicated here. So you got a 30 knot tailwind.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, the indicated airspeed. Yeah, we have to correct it for true airspeed.
Well, that's what I'm going. The ground speed's true, so
Or I mean, because the airspeed indicator it's a pressure-based instrument,
right.
and as you ascend, the air density decreases.
Yeah.
So it's gonna indicate lower than what you're actually going to.
Oh, right. It is going to indicate lower for that too, isn't it? And so yeah, you'd have to break out the slide rule for that. Need to go buy one of those one of these days. I'm sure there's an emulator online somewhere. The flight computer.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll have to go look. I bet you there's an emulator somewhere.
Or you can just like pull the formula from Wikipedia or whatever.
It'd be more fun to actually just go buy one.
Yeah, you can probably get it.
Yeah, we got a couple airports in town. I've been tempted to go over to the FBO and see if I get some old charts and stuff. If anyone's got some old FAA charts that are out of date, just to study. Yeah, autopilot's hanging on pretty good here.
Yeah, I calculate true airspeed to be about 180.
Okay, so then we're a little bit of a tailwind, 9 knot tailwind.
Yep.
I was messing around with the Bonanza and coming out of LA area going up towards Vegas one day, and I think it goes up around 11, 12,000. And the ground speed was indicating something like almost 220, 230, and I think the indicated was saying something like 170. I mean, it was bouncing around everywhere. It was a heck of a tailwind.
Wow.
I mean, that was moving for a little single engine.
That's for sure.
Yeah, FlightAware's pretty good, but actually, I found SkyVector a heck of a lot better.
Oh yeah, they show you all the charts and everything.
There you go.
Like
I found them a lot better than FlightAware now. FlightAware's missing some of the approach stuff I've noticed. So that's weird. Okay. That was a scenery load of some kind. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I hit like a big black spike. I guess
Yeah.
that's expected.
Oh yeah, I was
Looks like we're-
loading all the stuff under us. There's the edge. Now that I know is the edge of the scenery. I think this just loaded funny, because usually that's okay. Because that looks like Cajon over there, actually. I think that
Yep, that's right.
is that Cajon Pass down the road that way.
Yep, and we're flying over the 15 freeway.
Yay! My limited knowledge of Southern California aids me for once. Yeah, normally this all loads fine. I think something just glitched there. When I'm coming out of LA, I usually don't have too much of a problem. I've never had that happen, so... Massive different plugins, something went funky. But I do know that this is the edge of my scenery up here. And then it's maybe 30 miles, and then it gets into the Vegas area scenery. So Josh has the stuff to fill that gap. I gotta poke him about it at some point. But
Okay, we're coming up on apples. Maybe we'll briefly
yeah,
approach.
sure. All right. So how does this want to go down?
So the way they arrange these approach plates is actually so you can go through each box one by one, and you know, it's kind of like in a
All right.
fairly logical order. Yeah. So starting from the top left, it gives you like a WAS channel. We're not using WAS, and actually, if you have a Garmin box, this that field is
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't input any channels or anything. But maybe what we want to do is load that approach into the GPS.
Okay. GPS 26 is the only thing in here, so we'll enter that. And we're coming in on Okaka. And we will load that. So that is now loaded. It's off over here. But, okay, it's now loaded as we're now crossing apples. And
Okay, so,
7 minutes to Sogi.
Sounds good. So back to the approach plate.
Alright.
The next box shows that the final approach course is 256.
Alright.
So once we come up on Okako, then we want to turn the HSI to 256 and prepare to fly. On
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the heading bug on 256.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so the next box is just the runway length.
Okay.
So that's the landing length is 5250, so that should be plenty for us. The touchdown zone elevation is 6752, and the
Okay.
airport elevation is 6752.
So 6752. Do we have a radio altimeter in here? No. Sad Panda. Okay. So 6752. We need to keep in mind. Okay.
Yep. Okay, so then in the next box, it's just some important notes about the procedure. So it says circling not authorized north of runway 8 or 26.
Okay.
And probably for the reason that there's like a bunch of terrain and stuff up there. They don't want you to hit that.
Right.
And it says it's not relevant to us, but DME or DME RMP 0.3 not authorized. That we don't have that type of equipment.
Yeah.
Night landing runway 26 not authorized.
Well, that's a problem. Don't have much choice there.
So then, if that's not authorized, then we have to circle to runway 8.
Okay.
Or actually, no. Oh yeah, we can circle to runway 8.
Okay.
If the winds permit, and mountain winds can be kind of vicious.
Well, it's pretty calm at the moment, so let me pull up the AWAS on them here again. See if we're in range yet. It seems like everything's pretty calm over most of California right now. If I can, screw it, we'll just go around this way. 9-2.
Big Bear City.
There we go.
Information, Charlie. 100.
Ooh, their altimeter's different too.
Sky
Good
conditions
call on that.
9,400 scattered.
Yep.
Visibility more than 10.
What point do we want to go ahead and adjust ours?
Wind 090
When they start to like either vector you or clear you for the approach,
Arriving
that's
and
the time to
departing
change it.
runway
So
26.
2996.
Advise on initial
Winds
contact.
are negligible. 5 coming out of what? Almost directly east. I want to say 90.
Yep, so then we will want to circle. So as we approach the field and we have it in sight, then we'll sidestep basically to the left.
Okay.
So we'll circle south of the field and basically enter a traffic pattern.
Okay.
Dew point -2.
Interesting, I noticed that loading up the approach, we do, at least I have, well, oh, maybe you don't have it. Like, I have rigid. But if you don't, yeah, then we'll just start it from Okako.
Okay.
I guess my database is just a little bit more up to date.
Yeah. That's interesting that yours has that. 3 minutes on Sogi.
Okay. If we have to go mist, if we don't see the field,
Okay.
we don't anticipate this, we'll climb to 8,800, then we'll do a climbing right turn to 11,000 direct
Alright.
to Virgin.
Yeah, I see that there.
Yep, and then the frequencies are the AWAS frequencies, which you have, and then the final
Yep.
approach frequency is LA Center, well, we're not using ATC. And the Unicom frequency is 122.725.
What was the last one? I didn't catch that.
The Unicom frequency is 122.725.
Yeah, that's in for what that matters here, but it's in.
Yep.
Um,
We have the map for the approach.
do we have a localizer for these guys at the least? Just as
Yeah, all
Backup?
we have is the RNAV for the GPS guidance.
okay.
And then if you look down toward the bottom, you'll see like the different approach categories.
Right. I mean, it's perfectly clear, so we're good, pretty much there.
Yep. If
Yeah.
we, since we are circling though, the MDA is 8260,
Okay.
and we need 1.5 miles
Oh.
visibility. Yeah, so we're actually a Category B aircraft.
Okay.
Okay, so just briefing the approach a bit.
Okay.
When we reach Okaku, we'll turn to the final approach course 256.
Okay.
Then we'll be able to descend to 9,400. Then we'll continue to the Binja intersection. Once we cross Binja, we can descend to 8,700, and then we'll reach Halvey. At Halvey, we can descend to the MDA of 8,260.
Okay. So we'll start the descent at Okaku then?
Say again?
Start the descent at Okaku?
Let me take a look at the map.
Or do we want to start the descent here at Sogi? That's kind of important.
What we can do at Sogi is we can descend to 9,400.
Okay. I will bring that off here in a second because we're about to hit that.
Okay.
I'll start
Yeah.
slowing a little bit for that.
If you have a chance to look at the map later, you'll actually see, like, underneath the MDA, there's like a number in star. It's a star 9,400.
Okay.
That's like the minimum obstacle clearance.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep. So you're guaranteed some VOR coverage, like within 20 or 25 miles, I think, of the VOR. But
So-
at that altitude, you are guaranteed to be clear of obstacles.
Yeah, it looks like we want to be at 9,400 at Benja. So if we get to about 9,500 at Okaku, we should be all right.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I recommend when you're beginning an approach, get down as low as you can.
Okay.
Because really, the main goal of an approach is to get down and out of the clouds. So the
Gotcha.
more you can descend, the better.
Yeah, I'm slowing here a little bit.
Yep, I recommend for this aircraft an approach speed of about 130 knots. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
That's almost what we're at, so that'll work. I'll let it make the turn here, and then once it gets all established on the course, I'll go ahead and pull off the altitude.
Okay.
And start that descent.
You might want to do, if it's not too late, with heading. Well, let's see if it makes the turn. Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah, it'll make the turn. I know it'll do that. That much I know.
Some autopilots don't have turn anticipation, but I guess
Okay.
this one does.
Yeah.
Then whenever you're ready, we can start our descent to 9,400.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
No hurry, we've got some time.
I'm just gonna pull the power off and let it sink.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Oh, it doesn't like me hitting the trim. That's the thing. I gotta learn. That's what we're looking for.
Yep. And you may also want to reset your HSI to a 150.
Yeah, that's what I was doing there.
Sounds good.
That's got us right on course, so that's all set. And yeah, just pulling power is letting us sink down now, so that works. Start zooming that in a little bit. I was gonna say, Deadeye, the Garmin is the Garmin. If you go look on YouTube, you'll actually see that the interface and everything on the Garmin is exactly between both of them, the Sims and the actual Garmin. Have to hand fly this a little bit just to get down a little bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got 5 minutes to Okako, so there's no rush. You'll make it.
I just want to get it established here, a little nose down, but I don't want it to lose too much airspeed, so I need some down trim, and then I'll reset the autopilot.
Sounds good.
Just like that.
I think you can get the autopilot to do the trim too, like that down-up rocker switch.
Oh, yes, that's true. Derp. My bad.
It's all good.
Problem is, it's instead of having the auto, I'm used to flying for the autopilot up here, and I think it was there.
Yeah, that's kind of inconvenient, huh?
Yeah, I'll hit the autopilot trim here so we get there and level it off. A little bit of cloud layer out there now, though.
Yeah, if we're in clouds in this altitude, it may be prudent to turn on the anti-icing.
Copy that.
Though probably at this temperature, like -10, those are probably ice clouds.
Yeah. Prop heat's on, stall's on, and pitot and windshield is on. Yeah, they're real wispy. You know, they almost likely are ice. And I'm gonna trim us here. Just over 9,500, 9,550. Just to give a little bit of room.
Yeah, a little bit on top is good. Yeah, you never want to go below.
Rather be a little high, thanks.
Yeah, otherwise you'll be barren on a stick.
That's a nice view out the right wing. Yeah, it's getting fun times out there. That's cool. Get a little bit of weather on this. I'll take that. I do want to give it a little gas though. Good
That
news
sounds
is
good.
good news is we're fuel injected.
Yeah, that's right. Though usually at this altitude, the air is pretty dry, so carburetor heat's not too common. I mean, carburetor ice. Yeah, though definitely on descent, I would turn it on no matter what. You know, carburetor ice is almost killing me before.
Speaking of clouds, right through one. I don't know if you had that on your end, but we just went right through a cloud there on mine.
Yeah, I see some clouds on top of us. Yeah, I guess we're not totally synced. Oh, by the way, you may want to hit the procedure button and activate the approach.
Copy that. And it is activated.
Sounds good to me.
Looks like it's going into a hold here first. So,
Oh, it's causing you to hold? Yeah, that may be the old procedure.
okay. Yeah, it's going
That's
to the
okay,
hold first.
We can hold, that's no problem.
Then it should fly the hold just fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never done it with the external autopilots, so...
I have played with it enough that at least I know what it's going to do. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
you know
go
it better than
right into the hold here in a couple seconds. Hold parallel. Yep, there it goes, right on the hold.
I. And you may want to bring us back down to 94.
Copy that. Oh, how did we get up down, boys? Going down. Off the throttle here. Now,
Be careful not to bust.
yeah. Go back up.
Yeah, there's always some buffer, but yeah, you still don't want to dig too deep into that.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem. I just don't want to be a pancake on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 94, 95 should be good.
Yeah, I'm just chasing the VVI at the moment. As I overcorrected.
Gotcha.
We're still in that hold, so high is alright. And we're making the turn on that hold now.
Yep, I see it. As we turn inbound, you may want to do flaps 1 and gear down.
Copy.
And that'll help get us.
Helvey is coming up here in 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Okay.
And we are, whoa, hello, weather load.
Ouch.
I was right on speed too till that weather loaded.
Yeah, don't you love the wind shear?
9.6. Alright, I want to get to 9.4 in this while we're in the hold. 9.5.
Now would be a good time to do flaps. Sorry, prop full.
Prop full.
But I would leave the mixture as is since we're at
Props
high
are full.
altitude.
Nine four.
Sounds good. And then you know, you can get ready. You can set the CDI. I mean the OBS.
Now we're in the turn. Minute left. Let's see here.
Yeah. While you have some time, you can reset the OBS.
Yeah. Less than a mile.
Okay, here we go.
Little high. And we are going to Halvey. Alright. So we need to be at 87.
Yeah, I see that you don't have the intermediate fix, but yeah, I guess 87 will be okay for our purposes today.
I'm looking at the card. That's what it says you should be when we get to that point, so.
Yep, but yeah, in between Halvey and Okaku, you have like a Binja fix. Yeah, you actually have to be above 94, but we can't see the Binja fix, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
And I have the airport. Straight out 12
Sounds
o'clock. Do you have it?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. So great visibility at least. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this back to
Okay. Around now may be a good opportunity to do like a small configuration, like gear down and flaps 1.
yeah. Flaps down. Autopilot off. I'm gonna go ahead and hand fly this here. And do you want to go ahead and put the gear down, you said?
Yep, I think that could work.
Okay.
So we'll maintain 87 until we reach Halvey.
Alright, we'll go ahead and hand fly this.
Sounds good.
I just gotta keep needles centered. We are all good.
Take a look at your altitude.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Probably give it a little bit more power.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah, like if you have a lot of excess airspeed, I guess a little pitch is fine, but
We need more airspeed though.
yep.
I'm having trouble climbing. I've got back pressure just to maintain this, and I don't want to drop much below 100.
Yeah, in that case, I'd probably retract the gear. Yeah, you're right. This airplane's very underpowered.
Do I have the gear down? I don't think I hit G.
I show that it's down.
Okay. Yeah. It's the one drawback of this versus the other Barons.
Yeah.
Maybe worth one day going into. There we go. 110 is much better.
Yep. You may also like to reset the altimeter if you have time.
Right. That's gonna be tricky here. This is where.
Welcome to IFR.
Yeah. Well, more than. What was it? 2996.
Something like that.
There we go.
Okay, now we can make our final descent to the MDA. Let's say 8300.
Copy. We are left. And 8300.
Yep.
Alright, we'll pull some power. And give it a little down trim. I'm making a bit of a right turn here. We are left of the runway.
I would say actually, if you want to make a descent like that, all you have to do is probably just pull some power. You don't have to readjust the trim.
Okay.
Because then when you pull back on the power, then less air will flow over the stabilizer.
Right.
So then the plane will naturally pitch over. And that way you can maintain your airspeed.
Okay.
So it's a lot less work too.
We're low.
So when we reach the final approach fix, then let's sidestep to the left, and then we'll line
Okay.
up.
I am 200 feet low. I'm losing. There we go. Now I got some airspeed. I got a little of that back. Anything wrong with 8200?
Yeah, it's technically like 8260, but
Where's 82?
yeah, feel free to give it some power if you don't have enough.
Yeah, already on it.
Okay, we have a mile to go.
Copy. Which way are we sidestepping?
To the left.
Copy.
Yep, because
Ooh,
circling.
weather load.
So convenient.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, if you recall, it says no circling north.
Okay.
And then you can see, like, the mountain and stuff.
Alright.
to the right.
We are. Okay, so going left. So, how do you. As far as. I'm going to make a little bit of a left turn here.
Yep, just sidestep to the left. And then just descend to, like, a pattern altitude.
Okay. What was the field elevation? 60.
6752.
67.
Come down to, like, 78 or 8,000.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And for noise abatement, what they want you to do is go over the lake and then follow the lake into the.
Never going to see that, but.
And then feel free to configure as necessary.
We're saying 72.
Yeah, like 78.
78, okay. Well, 77 we're at now, so.
But we can start descending too, since we're we're getting ready to land.
Okay.
We have the fuel in sight.
Where do you want to make the turn here now?
Just wherever is convenient.
Okay. Gonna come up to this nav point here and make the turn.
Yeah, you can. And then yeah, just turn over the
Just-
lake and then just follow it.
Yeah, I just have a marker here. is good. I just want to have room to get lined up.
Sounds good.
Because I'm
Yes.
more than likely going to either over or undershoot this turn.
Yeah, what I would do is I would now turn left. Yeah, because we're a little close to the terrain.
Oh,
So
turn
basically
left?
Yep.
Okay. I will reverse and come back around left.
Sounds good to me. Like a teardrop.
Yeah, I got the light in sight now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're in pitch darkness.
Yeah. Nothing like making it interesting.
Yeah, generally, like for a circling approach, you don't want to go too far from the airport. For this reason, basically. Especially in IMC, you can't see the terrain.
Yeah. We have this nice lake here, so. There it is.
Yep. So just basically proceed direct to the field.
Alright. We'll configure.
Okay, I see 3 green.
Copy that.
Yeah, I would turn direct.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sort of a military approach here over the road. There we go. I'll take that.
Yeah, but then just stay on the pappy, and then whenever you're ready, flaps 2.
There's flaps 2. We are high. There we go. Now we're on glide slope.
Sounds good.
It's white to red. Oh man, the water's right there at the threshold. No pressure. Up low. There we go. Back on. A little bit low. A little bit low. Low, low, low.
It's good the field is made.
Oh, crap. Stupid thing. There we go.
Yeah, I think we may be running slightly different scenery here. Yeah, I just ate it.
Oh. What
Nice
happened?
landing.
I'll take 240. I must have accidentally mapped something to the wrong key. I had normal brakes on my trigger, but
Yeah, I've disconnected from you.
oh, you disconnected?
Yeah, because I think your runway is slightly left of my runway, so
Oh.
actually I'm crashed into the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good, it's good. It's most important that you make it anyway.
I totally forgot lights too.
Yeah, lights, they're good, but yeah, you don't need them, strictly speaking.
Well,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, nice landing.
nice to have 240 something.
Yeah, it's not bad in this plane.
Just looking for a turn off here.
Very nice IFR flight.
Thank you. Not bad for the first time actually trying it.
Yeah, seriously.
Is there not a turn off at the end of this runway? There is not. Well, that's a little illegal, but whatever. I expected a turn off at the end of the runway. Kind of
Yeah, it's hard to see.
crappy taxiway is that? There's like one in the middle. I don't know this airport. I probably should have looked up a plate for it.
I don't think there is one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most non-towered fields don't really have them.
There's the taxi line.
Yeah, there's like a scenery on xplane.org. I think that's the one that I'm using.
We'll just park it over here. 'Cause I don't think there's really any scenery for this airport. There might be, but I'd have to go look.
Yeah, there should be one on xplane.org.
Let's see if there's scenery for this thing. I may actually have some. Yeah, there's something here anyway, so close enough.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there was a turnoff. Okay, I didn't see the suppressed threshold on that side, so. Is there one on the other side that I... Okay, no, I was fine coming in a little long, because there's a depressed threshold on this that I didn't see because I had the lights on. We totally botched not turning on the lights, though. Derp.
Yeah, landing without landing lights can be done. Even for like the DA-40, the landing light's not that effective, so, you know.
Okay.
You were fine. You made it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible at all.
Yeah, excellent flight.
Right? Cool.
Yeah, I think the only major issue we had, and it's not even your fault, is just that this plane doesn't have a lot of power. So,
No, it does not.
So I think that's the only reason why you sank through the altitude, just because it sucks.
Yeah.
The plane sucks.
We're
I think any normal plane.
probably a little heavy too, because I guessed based on what you told me your weight was and what my weight was. So let's just say the fuel selector was on the left tank to keep the trim. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad for a stock plane. It's okay, but it could be better. But cool. Thanks for the ride there.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I'll let you go back to your stream, and I'll probably watch you here for a little bit again. So I'll hand this over to you, and then you can take it from somewhere, and I'm just gonna watch you stream for a little now.
Yeah, I'll probably take a short break and then load something up in a bit.
All right.
I think I'm gonna still. I'll depart out of Inyokern and then go down to John Wayne to check out like
Alright,
Iced 83's, the new scenery.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know about that?
No.
Yeah, he just released a John Wayne on xplane.org.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really good work. I think it improves the Jeff scenery from Pilot Edge.
Huh. Seriously, explain. Fix your actuators. Off. That's a secured plane. All right, cool. Thanks again here, and yeah, I'll let you take a break and we'll catch up with some people, and I might put this up on YouTube or something.
Yeah, my pleasure. Great
All right,
flying.
I'll catch you again later, and I'll catch you stream later when it's up.
Definitely looking forward.